Hello RC fans, Racing 393. Finally, after I don't know how long, I stare into space and I'm going to guess, it wasn't this year, it was definitely last year, wasn't it? This, so I've got a weird name to it, AK9, I want to say AK47, but it's not, AK917. The one I got, as you can see by the picture, based on the Porsche, the Le Mans car from the era, from the 70s. I like that sort of colour scheme. It did come in another colour scheme, red, I think. But if you was a YouTuber, and I say that as in other people, you definitely had one of these. Some of you had it long before even I thought of it, and you got it given to you, and it was donated to the channel, and you reviewed it, you wrecked it. You've forgotten about it, and no one talks about it now. The thing is, with my channel, what I like to do is enjoy the experience and show you that on my videos. It might be something that everyone's had, but, you can go and build a grasshopper and go and take it for a spin and still make a good video out of it, and everybody's had a grasshopper, apart from me. Hold that thought. So, yeah, the AK917 Speed Run Car from Rlaarlo. Bog standard. I got a ton of spares for it, which I bought back in the day. They even had like a discount shop thing, and I bought a load of stuff. I didn't know whether I'd need it or not. I bought spares because from the videos I did watch of people doing these speed runs, they were wrecking them left, right and centre. They couldn't drive them. It wasn't very good handling. It swirled all over the place. So in a previous video, I'm no good at linking videos to videos because I probably can't even find it. I don't know. How am I going to do that? How do I find stuff on my channel? Anyway, it's on my channel. Maybe if you put in Rlaarlo in there, it might come up. But back then, I did a setup video. So getting it adjusted and set. I think I don't know what I did now. Did I take the shocks apart? I did the ride height, towing, track, camber. I did everything you could and measured it all so it was at least straight. I'm not going to say it works. It's going to work. But it is four-wheel drive. I've got an area which is probably definitely flat enough. And I've also got, which you'll see in the video coming up here, is some tyre softener. Rubber tyre grip stuff I got from, I think it was Mark Reynard. Is that how you say it? Mark Reynard? Well, it's a blank bottle, but when I bought it off the website, it had all his stuff all over it. But anyway, doesn't really matter. It's rubber compound that softens the tyres. What I'm hoping is it does make a bit of a difference. I've got the standard 2S battery. I'm not expecting massive speeds. I think they do barely 30, wasn't it? 34, if that, in their stock form. It's just straight out the box, but set up. Now, whether it's straight out the box, set up, it goes crap. Straight out the box, straight down the runway, crap. And when I say crap, what I mean is, because if you cast your mind back, people broke them and hedged them and wrecked them. I mean, this is the carbon fibre version. It was the, at the time, they've brought out others since, the top range one at the time. Incidentally, I do have another one of these, but there's another name for it, I can't remember now, but it's still the single motor four-wheel drive. I think it's based on the Mazda. I think it looks better. It's got like a movable wing on it. But anyway, we can compare, when we get that one out, whenever that will be, we can compare it to what we did here. So we'll go with a quick look at the car now, just a really brief look, open the suitcase. It's brand new, so there's probably not many of them around like that anymore. You can still buy them. I mean, they're so... I did look. They're so much cheaper, I think. I paid... Or maybe not. Maybe I got this at a really good deal because it was on a special offer, I think. So maybe I did get it cheaper back then. But I had to buy it with my own money. I wasn't fortunate enough to get it sent to me. Like most of or nearly all the channels I watched, so they said, it was gifted to them by Rlaarlo. So that's probably why they don't, respect what they've got and they wreck it and just move on from it. But we're here. We're probably 2 years or 18 months after the buzz, but we're going to give it a go. I'm excited. I hope you enjoy the video, and I shall see you just quickly in my shed before we head out onto the, I say runway. It's not, well, I doubt I'll do it on the runway because it's a bit bumpy there. Maybe I've got another road I can go on. So anyway, all we're hoping for, it doesn't rain, but with 40 degrees of heat in my shed the other day, maybe it won't be that, you know, maybe we could be lucky and it'll be dry when I take this out. Anyway, stop rambling, get on with it, see you in a bit.
Well, it's now my turn. How old are these? I think people have like got these, broke them, forgotten about them, given them away, like I said in a previous video, I think. Look at that, never used. You know what these look like. Yeah, so we're going to get it charged up and we'll take it out. I've actually also got some rubber tyre softener just to help it, because apparently lots of people struggled with these, like squirreling all over the place. I've done a lot of setup with this, which I did, hopefully that'll work. It's in a video ages ago, just haven't got around to doing it, but I think, well, I'll say today is the day, it'll be tomorrow, but this video will get this out standard. And I've got loads of upgrades here for it, other things, and this is full of upgrades. But just see how we go on it. It's a 2S, which I'm going to put on charge, speed meter, and yeah, we'll see how we go. People have forgotten about all this now, haven't they? Been there, done it, wrecked it, sold it, forget about it. But I haven't. See you in a bit.
And here we have the video of voiceover. For some reason, I was chatting away here, but it didn't record on my microphone. I did it, and I heard it on the before I sort of finalised it, but now it ain't here. Anyway, me again. I'm just going over some bits and pieces, charging the battery, mentioning it's not in a bag, but I am here. Excuse me. So we're going to go over the car. We've got some rubber compound here, Mark Reynard livery, Mark Reynard product with no Mark Reynard livery on it. It was just gloopy, like oily. It looked like diff oil was put on it. It definitely probably wasn't that. Nice tidy shelf. As I mentioned, it was a real mess, but you wouldn't know that. It's just a shelf with cars. Body shells, I've got to move them. Got to make some more room for more cars because I'm running out of room in my shed. Oh well. Back onto the Rlaarlo. Yeah, so we're going to stick some of that on my tyres. It's definitely not designed for that, is it? But I don't know if it helped. Do something rather than nothing, and we'll see. So it is ready to go. Let's get on with it. So here we are on a nice location. Really smooth tarmac for a change. Probably wouldn't suit like really fast runs. Just for vision. You probably could do it if I stood the other side. Car goes really well. I've never used one before. It's very twitchy on the steering. However, it goes straight as a die. I was just tweaking around with the steering servo and got it what I thought. You could just ease the throttle. You can't go flat out straight away because it spins. But if you ease it in and then go flat, we're all good. And the brakes work well. For a straight out of the box kit, I must say I'm pretty impressed. So we move the camera in a second down to ground level. So I took a sort of a screen grab I tried to get that off the app, off my phone, but it weren't on there. I'm doing something wrong. I think I've got to have the app, the actual Sky RC analyzer on. But anyway, you can see here, that's the best I can do. That's the maximum speed I got. I did various other ones, trying them out, and did slightly longer runs, but yeah, 34 in its standard form is all I got out of it. I'm pretty sure others may have got a bit more out of it. If we put it on 3S, yeah, it would have gone quicker. So what I'm going to do is, as you'll find out in the video, we'll gear it up, try again, and then maybe then we'll get a 3S to stick through it and see what we can do. But at the moment, it's a good retrospective top speed of 34 miles an hour, straight out the box. Not ground shaking by any stretch, but I was more than happy with the way it was performing at the time. So I got this picture quickly just to show you. I put that there for some sort of scale, the cone. It's a plastic 1/10 3D printed cone. And I was using that because my camera was, as you can see, this side of the cone. So when I go whizzing past, I have a cone as a reference so that the car doesn't get anywhere near the camera. And I can do little shots like this where it's going past at maximum speed. And you know, I do like a freeze frame of that, and it gives you sort of it is moving. It doesn't give you that much of a speed because it's a static camera, but the main purpose was so that I've got something to gauge which was in scale, so that when I went past I wasn't going to knock the camera over. Now just for a second, hold that thought. Yeah, I've misjudged that completely. Actually, I lost control further back. It whacked. It was going quite fast, as you can see, all over the shot. I'm surprised the camera still works, but it does. So here we are. Now a little freeze frame coming into shot. That was the main purpose of the cone there, to help me do that when I'm editing, rather than go slamming into the camera. So just to reiterate, the camera wasn't damaged. I thought it would have been absolutely knackered after that impact. But anyway, the fact is, the car, with all that setup that I did in a previous video, like ages and ages ago, I think I mentioned at the end of the video, we did things like the caster camber, ride height, oil, diff oil, shock oil, and got the body shell sitting a little bit lower, and I think it all helped. And I re-watched a lot of the videos of this car when it first came out, like 18 months ago, and all the influential YouTubers on YouTube have all said it's very squirmy and it's very difficult to keep in a straight line, especially when comparing to what is, well, it's still an old hat, but the next iteration, which was the Mazda with the flexible, the adjustable rear wing. I have to disagree there, I'm afraid. This was straight as a die. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with how I set that up. We're going to move on now to some other little footage of the car whizzing about. There we go. So a little bit of me just messing about with the camera and sliding the car back and forth. That's going to conclude the video. Very successful, I thought. Now, you got to remember, I've not used this car, and they've been on YouTube and around the internet. Like, there's a big buzz when this came out, and I was super excited. And I think at the time, Rlaarlo gave like a good early bird discount when you bought this. I think I can't remember now. Was it 299? I can't remember what it was. I didn't pay that for it. It was less than that. And if you was one of the lucky few who ordered earlier, you'd get a couple of additional parts. I can't remember if I did or not now. I bought a load of additional parts. Things you're likely to break, all the suspension arms, and I got the plastic ones. There is upgrades where you can put aluminium wishbones and whatnot on the car, but if you did hit anything, they're going to bend or break, aren't they? Or not so much break, but bend other things. So I thought to myself, plastic is a bit more durable. If I did accidentally even hit anything, it might get away with it. And if I get the same sort of stuff, they were dirt cheap anyway. So what else did I get? I got all the gearing. I've got the rear wing, the stability wing that goes on. I think I got most of the upgrades, including the motor, but I'm not 100% whether or not the motor's better one than what's already in it. Might have made a bit of a faux pas there, but I'll have a look into that later on. But anyway, that's that video. I think we've got a little bit of an end coming up now. Can't remember what I've recorded.
Oh, there you go. Straight as a die. People saying the second one was more stable. No, not unless you've got it set right. Goes to show a little bit of setup and it's fine. So yeah, 30, what was it? 34 miles an hour. Stock at the box, so we can gear it up and everything and we can try again. It's only on a 2S. I don't actually own a 3S, but that could be the next thing up. Yeah, we'll have a debrief when I get back. Debrief. Well, spot on, 35 mile an hour. Straight as a die. Can't really complain. Diff oil, thicker, front and rear, that's what I did. Just make sure the wheels are pointing in all the right directions. Camber, caster, ride height, suspension. I think I did oil in the shocks as well. Ever so slightly higher at the front than the back than what it was at stock. But I think when it got it out of the box, it was too high anyway at the front. But yeah, a lot of people had problems with these. But in a straight line. Now, admittedly, it is box stock. So 34 mile an hour ain't quick. You start stretching more, like 50 to 60. Yeah, possibly then. It's very twitchy. So I might need to change the dual rate on the steering. That's what I found. But cleaned it off with this. Give it a brush down. It's all good, all ready to go again. Not sure when I'll do the next one of these. I think the first thing to do perhaps is change the gearing and leave it on a 2S, different gearing, faster, and see if it's any better. And then maybe put it on then I have to get a 3S. But yeah, no damage, no crazy offs. I didn't plug the lights in, couldn't see the point. The back one was, so this all still works. Usually the first thing that breaks when you do these runs, well, from what I've seen. But yeah, I think it goes to show that this is fine. Like I said, a lot of people made a comment on this was unstable, and the new one was more stable than the Mazda 787 model. But well, I think it did differ slightly, but set it up right and it shouldn't do it. I think it runs a bit freer now as well. It's freed up. The diffs are still tight, but the drivetrain's much better now. And that's done a run. Not sure whether the tyre softener, whatever it was I put on there, works, but we'll probably do it again. put it on with a sponge or something. No wear on the tyres, not yet. Yeah. Battery on storage charge. Cleaned, just got to do the gearing, and we'll send it back out again for the next one. And I'll catch up with you soon. Hope you enjoyed it. TTFN.